Hello everyone, welcome to SW News. With the expansion of internet-based services in India, the Modi government often found itself at loggerheads with social media platforms and OTT platforms. There have been cases filed by right-wing groups against the web series like Netflix's Leela and Amazon Prime's Tandav, citing that it hurt Hindu sentiments. On the other hand, the latest incidents of face-off between Indian government and Twitter, the social media platform, faced a rebuke. Even in the past, the government has cited the need to introduce regulations for these platforms. Today, the government made public how it plans to tighten the rope around social media and OTT platforms. There will be greater oversight over these social media platforms like Facebook and Twitter, while digital media and streaming platforms have been brought into a stricter regulatory net. India at present does not have any other regulation than IT Act 2000 for such platforms. The amendments to it are also a part of it. Last time such regulations were introduced in 2011, which were known as Information Technology Intermediary Guidelines Rules. This is after almost a decade that regulations have been brought for digital and streaming services. Today, almost everyone has access to Facebook, Twitter, YouTube and streaming apps like Netflix, Amazon Prime, Disney Hotstar Plus, Voot, ZEE5, Sony Live, etc. Now, according to a survey, 35% of growth is seen year on year in the number of India's OTT video viewers. I'm sure many of you, our viewers too, must be using the streaming platforms. So, this video is very important for you to understand what is going to change with these rules. The Centre has finalized new rules for social and digital media and OTT platforms. The changes were announced by Union Minister Ravi Shankar Prasad and Prakash Javadekar in a press conference on Thursday. These include age-wise classification of content, self-regulation, a code of ethics and a 3-level grievance redressal mechanism. IT Minister Ravi Shankar Prasad said that the government has not framed any new law. These rules have been framed under the existing IT Act. While the government stressed that the focus of these rules is self-regulation, critics view it as government's attempt to have a larger control over these digital platforms. Let us understand one by one what are these rules or regulations. But before that, if you are watching this video on YouTube, then please make sure you subscribe to our channel and comment below the video. And if you are watching this video on Facebook, then please like our page and share this video to as many people as possible. First, age-based content classification for OTTs. Now, streaming platforms such as Netflix and Amazon Prime have faced complaints in India for obscenity. Police in Uttar Pradesh questioned an Amazon executive for nearly 4 hours on Tuesday over allegations that a political drama, Tandav, hurt religious sentiments and caused public anger. Today, the Union Minister said that films have censor boards. They need CBFC certificates before being released. There is a program code for content on television. However, it says there is no such mechanism for OTTs. The Union Minister said that OTTs will need to grade age-appropriate content. This classification of content by such online streaming services would be into 5 age-based categories. First is U, that is universal. Second is unrestricted with parental guidance for viewers of 7 years plus age. Third is unrestricted with parental guidance for viewers of 13 years plus age. Unrestricted with parental guidance for viewers of 16 years plus age. And A, that is adult. The Union Minister said that there has to be a mechanism for parental lock and ensuring compliance that children don't see that. This should be prominently displayed with the description of the content. This should also be displayed at the beginning of the program so that viewers can make an informed decision. Second, digital news platforms. Union Minister Prakash Javadekar said that his party fought for the independence of press during emergency. But it also wants the media to be responsible, underlining the rising cases of fake news. He added that digital news platforms need to be self-governed on the lines of print media, which has to follow the Press Council Code. He said that online publishers will have to establish a self-regulatory body which will be headed by a retired Supreme Court or High Court judge or very eminent person in this category. This body will have to register with Ministry of Information and Broadcasting and will oversee the adherence by the publishers to the Code of Ethics. It will also address grievances that have not been resolved by the publisher within 15 days on a concern being raised. When asked about digital news media, Javadekar said that government at present does not have any data or statistics as to how many such agencies are running or working in India. However, he said that government wants OTT and digital news media to disclose their details, although there is no mandatory registration. It also wants a 3-level grievance redressal mechanism. This will include self-regulation by the publisher, self-regulation by the self-regulating bodies of the publishers, and oversight mechanism. Third, social media companies and grievance redressal. The government wants social media companies to have a mechanism to address complaints from users. It wants social media intermediaries to have the following: Chief Compliance Officer, who shall be responsible for ensuring compliance with the Act and rules; Nodal contact person for 24/7 coordination with law enforcement agencies; Resident grievance officer, who shall perform the functions mentioned under grievance redressal mechanism. Now, all these officers have to be residents of India only. The government says it is empowering the users of social media and other intermediaries. It wants companies to have a chief compliance officers for significant social media companies as well. The rules call for social media companies to publish a monthly compliance report as well. If there are complaints against the dignity of users, particularly women, that exploits their private parts of individuals or nudity or in sexual acts, impersonation, etc., they will be required to remove that within 24 hours. Now, this is what Ravi Shankar Prasad said. There are two phrases one must understand here. First is intermediary. In very simple terms, intermediary are basically the applications or platforms that facilitate communication between individuals like WhatsApp and Messenger, etc. Second is social media intermediary. Now, in very simple terms, social media platforms that facilitate communication between individuals like Facebook and Twitter qualify under this phrase. Now, let's talk about the fourth point, that is tracking the originator of a message. Perhaps the most contentious of all the rules is this one: tracking of the first originator of a message. This applies to a significant social media intermediary like WhatsApp. It also wants them to have a physical contact address in India published on its website or a mobile app or both. For players like WhatsApp, which are end-to-end encrypted, this could mean they will be forced to break encryption in India in order to comply. The government says while it is not interested in the content of the message, they wish to know who started the mischief. It wants social media platforms to disclose the first originator of the mischievous tweet or message, as the case may be. This will be required in the matters related to security and sovereignty of India, public order, or with regards to rape or any other sexually explicit material. Now, we know there have been major concerns regarding privacy in the last few months. People are looking for more safer options to WhatsApp. The new rules could mean problems for platforms like Signal, which claim to provide absolute privacy to users. There is also another point in this which relates to verification. The government says social media platforms must voluntarily verify the users. They should also be provided with demonstrable and visible mark of verification. Now, we all know that users on Twitter who are verified have a blue tick in front of their names. The rules propose that this should also be given to other users who are willing to verify themselves. It also says that if an account is banned on these social medias, the users should be provided with explanation. So, these are the rules framed by the government. From when it is going to come into effect? The government says it will come into effect the day they are notified for most applicable entities, but an extra 3-month window would be given to significant social media intermediaries like WhatsApp, as for them there is a greater compliance burden. As much as these changes a lot of functioning of social media and streaming platforms, these changes will also impact you as a user. Every regulation policy has some benefits and has some drawbacks. Let us start a conversation around it. Tell us, what did you think were the positive steps in the regulation, and what do you think are the drawbacks in the comment box below. Thank you so much for watching this video. Hello everyone. HW News English is 2 years old now. When we started this venture, we promised ourselves one thing, that news should remain free, because right to know is the right of every Indian. But to keep news free for everyone, we need support from some of you. And thus we have rolled out membership on our YouTube channel HW News English. But mind you, the membership is completely voluntary. The programs that we were doing earlier, that we are doing now, will continue to remain free. First level is a basic level. Here, you can be our supporter by paying Rs 199 per month. This membership gives you certain perks and benefits. The perks include unique badges in front of your name, a live show from Mr. Sujit Nair and from Mr. Akhilesh Bhargava per month for our members. You can also vote in some exclusive members-only polls. Now the second level is Super Supporter. Here you can be our Super Supporter by paying Rs 3,999 per month. This membership will include every perk that comes with basic level. Additionally, our Super Supporters can be a part of a WhatsApp group where we can have discussions and suggestions on various topics. The second perk includes a gift pack with our merchandise. And the third perk is a Google Meet with Mr. Sujit Nair, where you can join the meet and ask your questions to Mr. Nair face to face. Lastly, if you like, we would give a shout out to our super supporters in our programs. So, hope to see you soon with our badges.